All right. I think the ad break is over. Pre-rolls are off for 20 minutes. I actually forgot to get something to hydrate with, so I should have run a longer ad break. I'll be right back. I'm back. Mwahaha! Hi. Okay, I got someone to hydrate with. I just think so when an emoji is in there for exactly 1 second, we could make it longer. Hold on a second. Happy Lesbian Visibility Week. Yeah, it is. Drawn some appropriate art for that. I can see a lesbian right now. Okay. So the lifetime is at least 5 seconds. I guess it can go up to 10 seconds. And then... Women are hot. That is true. That is correct. Yeah. I think women are pretty cool. I like women. I like girls. All right, let's get some art done. I feel like something's wrong with this camera setup. Huh? Is that good? That'll do. Oh wait, I have to finish this game of Solitaire. Or Spider Solitaire. Hang on a second. I know I'm playing on baby mode with just the one suit, but I don't care. Is that a Loki? Yes, that is a Loki.
Here's what the experts are saying.
Random abolish copyright law inside there is awesome. Wait, whose stats are those? Those are my stats. My stats are much better than that. wonder if we could just, like, abolish copyright law, but only for corpos. Or, oh, Forsuit Spider Solitaire. Got it. Yeah, no, I'm not emotionally prepared to take on Forsuit Spider Solitaire yet. I can do some free cell. I do like free cell. And my average time in free cell is going way down, which is good. But is it only 7? Just need a place to put this 4. Oh, crap. We're so close. We just need a 5. Still have no 5s. Damn it. I'm not gonna win this time. I don't think I'm gonna win this time. Facebook pirated so much stuff to train their AI. Yep. Yeah, so it's really like copyright law for me, but not for thee, is kind of the prevailing attitude at the moment. Ah, there's a 5. I just gotta get rid of the 7. That was the wrong thing to get rid of. Need somewhere to put this now. Damn it. This game. Okay, oh, we have 2 5s. Okay, so we can get rid of... I just need to get rid of the 7 now, right? Yeah. Need to get rid of the 7 somewhere. We don't... Where are the 8s? Oh my god, they're all buried. Ow! I hate this game. I don't like this game anymore. This is stupid. Oh, wait a minute. We have a path out of this. 8. Yes, okay, we got one. Oh, alright, that frees us up a little bit. Gonna be a mess. Still can't break this. There's like, there needs to be a 5, like right in the middle there. Right in the middle. It's my fault for suggesting Spider Solitaire to carry. Yeah, you're the reason I'm not getting any art done right now. This wonderful Yuri art is being delayed because of you, you horrible person. I'm just kidding. You're not actually a horrible person, you're fine. Oh! Yeah! Right, I'm just gonna chop this off right here. Ah. Okay, we're out of 5s again, so we can't really do anything else. Now we have multiple 5s. Now we have more 5s than I know what to do with. Gotta get rid of that 9 somehow. There we go. Bam! Got another one. Eight, 10, 6, 5, 4. Do we have any 3s? We do. 3, 2. Bam! Okay, we only got like 2 left, but it feels like there's way more cards on the thing than there should be for that. That's okay. Just kind of consolidating everything together. 9, 8. Almost there. Almost there. And then we can start the art. I promise. Alright. Bam. Done. Okay. Alright. Back to the art. Yay art. More like gay art. Am I right? Hang on a second, I need to check something. Settings, public. Okay. The YouTube stream continues to perform absolutely pathetically. Why am I even on that platform? I don't even know. Should I have a redeem that forces you to stop playing free cell? No, and then people would use it. What if I'm in the middle of a game of free cell and someone uses that redeem? Like, oh my god. Oh, my line quality is kind of ass today. That's the point. That's the point. But if I'm playing the pre-cell, I want to play the pre-cell. I could just change the stream category of free cell and make it a dedicated free cell stream. Or no, okay, here. If I get the redeem to stop playing free cell, then I'll switch to Spider Solitaire. If I get the redeem to stop playing Spider Solitaire, then I'll switch to free cell.
This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
We shall not falter in the face of We shall not falter in the face of fear.
If you get both, you'll switch to Minesweeper. The cat is in. Oh, the cat was in. Yeah, that was Loki. Also, Becco, you play Elite Dangerous, right? It's maybe an understatement if I remember correctly. I just started playing it recently, so. I just upgraded my hot ass setup. I got a VKB Gunfighter Modern Combat Ultimate Mark IV. And then yesterday, I just replaced the springs on it with the... thank you for adding depth to the stream, by the way. Yeah, so I just upgraded it yesterday with, like, the toughest springs that came with the extension kit that I added. And I added both of the springs or I added, like, 2 springs to each side. So now it's, like, really, really, really stiff, and I love it. I want a joystick that has like maximum resistance and is really, really tough to move around. And now I'm waiting for the mount to arrive to actually be able to use it, because the only other way I can use it right now is to just kind of like... I have a C-clamp and a wood block that I use to mount it to my desk. It's not very good though. Yep, it's made to withstand that. Yeah, the springs are like they're shaped like, you know, they have like this hook, and then there's like the springy bit, and then there's, you know, the other hook, right? But if you look at it from the side, it's like there's the hook, and then there's the spring, and then there's the hook, and the reason for that is so that you can put them in. I mean, one, because that's how they're shaped, but I think it's also set up so that you can put them in like side by side like that on the same things. They also have like these little jackets to keep them from like rubbing against each other. So yeah, it's got a tough spring, but also has the extension, which makes it a little bit easier to turn because of, you know, lever physics. I think, you know, maybe we should just make a new layer and do all the line art in that. Let's do this. Let's just see how it looks. We'll see how it looks if we redo all of our line art. Normally I'm afraid of doing this because in my experience this tends to take a lot of the personality out of the drawing when I do plain lines.
But what have we learned here? There aren't always second chances. Look inside your heart and ask what ails it so.
But I really need to spend less time on my lines, and I gotta find a way to do them efficiently, because right now this thing where I just like iteratively clean up the drawing and stuff, kind of like unmaintainable, I think. So the X52 Pro that somehow didn't die. FLCS 16 plus Cougar that belongs in the museum. Interesting. Yeah, one of the other problems with me playing Elite Dangerous is that I am terrible with aiming with a hot ass setup, so I need to practice that a whole lot more. Like, it's easy to aim with a mouse and keyboard, but it's almost like mouse and keyboard is the ideal controller for space and air combat. There we go. Okay. For the experience over precision. That's fair. I'll just, I mean, yeah, for me it means I will never be competitive in any of these games. Also, I got foot pedals, and Rin has been trying to learn how to aim with those, but it's been very awkward. Learning to aim with one's feet is tough. Or include it in the whole process, right? Like you're trying to line something up. You have a target like right here, and you're aiming like right here. Like what do? Right? You with just the stick you would like rotate and then pull back, and you'd like pitch up there. But what if you miss? And then you're like right here and you're not aiming at it, and then you have to like rotate all the way around again and then like pitch up towards it or something. Or but if you just include like, you know, the yaw in that, then it's kind of a more simple matter of like yaw and pitch a little bit. I don't know. I don't understand how people aim guns on airplanes, apparently. Yeah, it's also extra awkward here because, like, I have the Thrustmaster pedals, but there's not enough room to actually use the pedals under the desk. So you have to, like, stick out awkwardly. Floor desk setup and stuff. Elite Dangerous is more of a hands-on stick-and-stick game. That is what I've heard. But I've also been looking at that space throttle from BKB that has like extra axes on the throttle thing itself, basically making it another joystick. Got Violet Pony? Yeah. Yeah, I like Violet Pony. Yeah, I want a setup that'll work for like multiple games though, not just Elite. So I want to play like Mech Warrior. I want to play Nuclear Option, maybe DCS at some point down the road, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not psychologically prepared yet. And so something more generic like a hot ass setup is probably where I need to stay. As long as you don't fall into the sim pit rabbit hole. Why shouldn't I? It's my money after all. And my spare time, and my, like, all kinds of other things. It's such a sim, I can't find an example for other genres to compare. Wow, okay. Time and money and time, and did I mention time? To be fair, I'm so happy with my Macross-inspired control panel. That's awesome. Which Macross inspired it? Is it Macross 7, so you have like a guitar built in? I think we may have different ideas of what Macross inspired may mean. I still haven't seen Macross 7. I really need to. I heard it's not great. But it's a funny one with the musical instruments that I, you know. Hey, thanks so much for the reset. Ow! Thanks so much for the resub. How's it going? You limited it. It's true, I did. This is targeted? Yes. I'm forgetting like every rule that I know about line width variation here, so I'm gonna go do the outlines and then we'll figure out the inner lines afterwards. My free time, my overabundance of free time that I don't have, yeah. Right now, stream is currently like squished between 2 work meetings at my job. Like, when I wrap up stream, I will immediately have to go to a meeting. I wrapped up a meeting and then immediately went to stream, and then after stream, I immediately have to go into a work meeting. Oh, yeah, unrelated to anything. I started playing a new game last night. I started playing Distance. It's pretty cool. Some of those jumps are really, really hard to do, though. Also, I'm not supposed to be doing this line yet. We're supposed to do that with a thinner line weight. Distance is a cosmic horror racing game. Which, like, that description alone ought to get a lot of people interested, I think. We'll see. Distance is great. It seems pretty neat so far. What I really, really hate is there's one type of thing that I just consistently cannot get, and that is like, you're on a track, like this. Here's a little car, right? And the track ends, but another track begins, and so it's like you have to go and like flip upside down onto it. I hate these jumps. I cannot do these jumps. I will always screw them up. I don't know how you're supposed to actually do them. So I've lost a lot of time just to those specific jumps. It's kind of infuriating. Depending on the type and material of the hat, your head could implode, which doesn't seem very funny to me. Unless you're really into slapstick humor. I'm not making hats out of anything. I'm not a hat person. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just saying if it happened to be made out of something like that, then maybe, you know? Hypothetically. I don't actually have a hat made out of neutronium or whatever. Also, my skull is far too thick for that. It would just break the neutronium hat. Yep. Crank this up a little bit more so we get a better idea of what we haven't done yet. Actually no, we're gonna drop that down. We're gonna duplicate the layer. Duplicate. And then move that up there. So now we can see the lines, the sketch, and our new lines that we're gonna have for the eyes. Snack 2 horn for hats. Most hats. I do have that specially modified flight helmet, though. It's got holes drilled in it for the horns. Still kind of confusing to get it on and off, though. It's a process. Horns are pointing in different directions. Very carefully, okay?
Be brave.
May also involve slightly disassembling parts of the helmet just to get it on and off. Possibly. Maybe. Are they springy? I'm not telling you. That's very personal information. No, I don't like that detail. I know that like a lot of people put like the detail of the lips there. I don't like that. That looks weird. Nope, can't do that. Nope. That was me trying a new thing with my art for today. We're done. We're back to my comfort zone. Is he? I think we lose something here. I think something is lost from doing the line art like that. If we got rid of that, this is so much nicer. This is so much more feeling in that, you know, versus that. It's hollow and empty. I don't understand it. I don't know why I can't. It's just the lines are thicker. Like, what's going on?
Holy waste of solstice.
That's what I get for trying things differently.
Nailed beneath the ripples, two eyes once sunk of fear. Am I all the distortion, or am I what I say?
Okay, that helps. That helps a bunch. I feel like we're still missing something. Guess we could just keep going like this.
Have a good time, man. Have some fun.
Maybe the version of the art that I end up posting is just like the version that has
Whether that be another person or
the
just
sketch
brothers
still in
or
it slightly.
love is good.
Taped to the wall. Now a stranger as on I scream at the painting. The house falls so silent.
Someone needs to do line art studies. I have done so many line art studies, and I still struggle with it so much. I still take such a long time with it, and even after everything is done. Hey, thanks so much for the resub, Psychic Magpie. Even after everything, like, all the line art that I've done a whole lot of line art. Every single time I do the line art, I feel like something's been taken away from the drawing by the time I'm done with the line art. Where the sketch is always, like, so much just more full of personality than the line art is. And I try to get that back in, like, the coloring and shading and stuff, but I fail to. So, this is something that I struggle with continually, and have been for a very, very, very long time. I can make clean-looking line art, but it doesn't have the personality anymore. Mark Brunette has a good view on a line art. I'll DM it to you. Alright, sure. DM it. I'll watch it off stream, of course. Another thing that we could try here. Let's consider leveling up our art ability somewhat. What if we got rid of all the line art layers here? Boop, 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 boop. Back to the sketch, right? Honestly, the sketch is growing on me more, but what if we went all out? What if we were like... Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just post this art as it is right now and call it done. But here, let's do this. Copy merged, graphics, Inkscape. Let's pull out some vector art and see what we can do there. Paste that on in. It doesn't really matter how we size this, does it? Alright, there we go. Close enough. We're gonna add this, and we're going to max out the opacity, put it behind there, take the image itself, drop the opacity. We're gonna go through layers and objects, and then we're going to lock both of these, and that'll keep them from being selected. And then we can go and start. If we wanted to do line art the hard way, or the long way, And now we can go in and just really, really quickly and easily adjust, like, all the curves and the thickness and everything for that. So we can make everything really, really, really precise, but it takes so long to do. And I have issues with, like, my attention span when doing art. Because, you know, it's the ADHD thing, right? The curse of the ADHD. It's like this would be one single stroke in the other program, but now it's just like I'm gonna go and agonize over every single little. And it looks good. Like that's some pretty good lines, right? Like that's decent. Those big thick lines too. Like there's a certain like manga artist that I used to follow a bunch, and they had like really, really thick line art. And where everyone else kind of does really, really thin line art, I was like, I like this style a lot more. I like these nice, thick, firm lines that really, really kind of distinguish the characters and stuff. But, ugh. I was gonna go somewhere with that. I totally forgot. Thanks, ADHD. Yeah. Let's think this out a little bit. If I had to do every line like this, it would be torture. Like, maybe if I was really, 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 really going all out in drawing, like really going all out, like more than the Junk Raven art. And he needed everything to be absolutely perfect, then maybe. Actually, even that line looks kind of wormly. But I think at the end of this, the inevitable end of this is that we'd end up with the same problem that we have with the other clean line art, and that is that we have removed some of the personality of the characters by even doing the line art like this. The act of cleaning it up takes away part of the expression. It's something that I'm really, really, really grappling with a lot. I wonder what this would look like if we applied it to the eyes. The other option is that we just continue like down the route that I've been going, where I just continually like clean up the line art. There's just like a lot of places where that's really, really hard to do, and we end up just like redrawing stuff over and over and over again. And that's very frustrating. A lot of the time when there's these like little... A lot of the time when there's these little, like, these angles like this, right? If I screw it up, like, right here or right here... Actually, no, mainly right here. If I screw it up right here, the only way to correct it is to delete everything and redraw it, right? Let me show what I mean by that. It is a very meta stream where we talk about art more than actually doing the art and getting stuff done. If I do, let's say I do this, right? It's easy enough to clean up, like, on the outside here, like this. Usually. Unless there's some, there could be some other, like, art over here that, you know, if I end up doing that, then I have to, like, okay, well, I have to erase all of that. And I'm left with, like, what the hell is this? What is this mess right here? Like, okay, well, now we have to redraw that line, too. Right? We try to erase it and then redraw it, and then we're left with this kind of a mess. So we redraw it and whatever. But anyway, if we screw up right in here, what do we do? Like, what if it looks like this? Right? We can try to, like, fill that back in. Now we have, like, now it's too thick, so we could, like, bring it in from the outside there, and now we have to redraw this line. And, you know, it's like we fix one area and then we have to redraw another area in response to it. And so I can keep doing that and keep refining it and stuff, but it takes a really friggin' long time to do that. Or what if I'm drawing another line that goes like that, right? Okay, well, now let's go in and let's, like, erase some of that. And oh no, now we overdrew in here. And now, okay, well, let's go and try to fix that up. And then we have, like, we still have gunk in there. And then if we screw up something, like, right at the tip there, then we have to, like, okay, we erase that. And now it's no longer, like, a nice angle in there. So we have to, like, redraw this and redraw this and fix up all the other stuff that we break doing that. So I don't know how to do line art. Like, I've done line art. I've spent a long time on line art. I've done some line art that I'm really, really, really proud of, too. Like, really, really, really detailed stuff. But I can't find a way to do it in a way that's, like, economical, you know? Of, like, as actually is, like, time efficient and stuff. Let me see if I can find some of that that really clean detailed line art that I used to do. So we have the standee art. I think this is not cleaned up line art like that. This is not redone line art. This is just progressively more and more cleaned up, and it took forever to do. Right? Anyone who was there saw me spending forever. I think this one I cleaned up the line art on, and I think that looks. Did I do that? Oh no, this one still has messy line art. The drawing still looks fine despite the messy line art, but let's see, where's one that I actually did clean up lines on? Like, redo lines. There's a period of my art where I was doing everything with like an aliased brush with the idea that I would just like scale it down afterwards and you wouldn't even notice. But it would mean that I wouldn't have any like weird like kind of partially transparent like areas. Hey, thank you so much for the head pats. And this was the product of that period, but that, well, okay. The further back that we go, the more primitive things look. It's kind of awkward looking at my older art now. Clean lines, show me clean lines. I've been doing like really rough lines for a long time, haven't I? Also, all the art on this page is like super out of date. I gotta upload like everything I've done for the last year to it. Jeez. Oh, there's one. This one's from like forever ago, but this one actually has clean, redone line art. I can tell from the like the pen tool. This is one of the first ideas that I had for my VTuber design. It's a little bit different from how we all ended up. But
something completed. Hey, Luigi.
When's this from? 2020. Ah, there we go. Ooh, this is really ancient art. Okay, this one's definitely like cleaned up line art. Or this one's like redone line art. This is where I actually did another layer of just the lines. And you can tell that they're all pretty clean. So I've been doing this for a real long time now. What year was this? This is 2018. Anyway. Small baby carrier, the horns barely poked out. Yeah, I made my... Well, I got more horned. Over time. Alright, we'll keep going with the attempt to redo the line art. Or to do the line art as like a separate layer here. For now. We'll see how this goes. But if we lose the expressiveness of the sketch by the end of it, then I'll go back to the sketch and just post that. Yeah, back then I didn't have the hands completely covered in scales I didn't have the slow spread of the corruption all over me. It's a different time in my life, okay? I was more pure back then. Just gotta lean into being a monster girl, you know. Just let the corruption just wash over you. What's the worst that could happen? You might become slightly less human, but you'll become more of something else. Just don't lose, you know, your humanity, right? That's the trick. Frankly, considering how many humans have absolutely no humanity whatsoever, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good, despite, you know, the horns and the scales and all that stuff, right? I'm a cat and not even in flesh anymore, so I think I'm good. Nice. Good. Good cryptid. I try to be. I was thinking about it recently, though, and it is kind of interesting that the final form that I chose here is one of a creature of vengeance and anger and stuff. And despite, you know, how I try not to be all of that in my day-to-day life, there's still a reason that I ended up in this form. Best not to dwell on it, perhaps. Anyway, I actually show my monstrous attributes and let the world decide what they think of it, where, you know, a lot of people are out there pretending to be human, but are actually monsters. So I think I'm a little bit ahead of the game here. I'm doing all right. Stronger, keeps getting stronger. Until such control is wrong, but still. I saw one of my pre-transition pictures the other day. Well, yesterday. Again, it's the one where I was really, really grumpy looking, and was like sharing it with a coworker because we thought it was funny. I still think about that person as someone who is like deeply, deeply unhappy and always angry and like. I'm happier now. I'm glad I'm here now. Glad I'm doing this now. Just took me a lot longer than a lot of people to find their way through the world, or their place in the world, I guess. Oh, thanks for headbats. It's not something I'm like sad about or anything. I'm happy to be where I am now, even though it took me a long time to get there. And frankly, I would never know how happy I would be as a VTuber, you know, back in the before time, because VTubing wasn't a thing back then, like for most people. I think the only VTubers back then that anyone was aware of were like, I think Ami Yamato and Kizuna Ai. So like, you know, VTubing wasn't really like a huge thing. It was like, oh, that's neat. Not like it is now. I don't think pre-transition Kiri ever looked at that and was like, that's a thing that I could do. Meanwhile, Kiri later on would be like, yeah, this is my main thing outside of my job, is streaming. I'm imagining this like conversation with my past self, and then being like, wait, so you're like a famous streamer now? It's like, no, not famous. Just a streamer. Oops, my timing is all off. Welcome back, Loki. Alright. I should play Distance on stream, now that I think of it. Oh, we were just talking about that. Distance is the kind of thing where I just kind of... It is the kind of game, though, where I just kind of, like, stare at the screen and drool. Because, like, I don't have any other, like, sensory things going on besides game. And I'm so, like, hyper-focused on it, so that might not make the best stream content. But it is a really cool looking game. It reminds me, weirdly enough, it reminds me of Vengers. which is another game that I should maybe give a shot on stream too. I think we might have streamed Vengers one time, but Vengers is a very weird game. Also, I'd be very tempted to pull out my with the hot ass. No. I'd be very tempted to pull out my CD from the 90s instead of using the Steam version, because the Steam version doesn't let you have the permanent terrain modification feature, which is I thought was pretty hilarious. Also a little bit broken. Sorry, Vengers has voxel landscapes, which is cool for a game in the 90s. It's like a top-down game. Voxel graphics, all this stuff. Controller game? I was playing it on keyboard. Okay, you know what? This doesn't look too bad, right? Oh. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. We have thicker lines up here than we do down here, which is a problem, but... Has anyone here played Vengers besides me? You know, Vengers, the game, it's a sequel to Perimeter, which is another game that people probably haven't heard of. I know I've talked about it on stream. There's like a whole series. There's like Perimeter, Vengers, and all this stuff, and they're only connected by the fact that like one studio, I think, made all of the games. Hey, Cosmix Games, thank you so much for the raid. Don't know how it's spelled to look for it. Well, depending on if you spell it with the original Russian, or the here. That's how you spell it. Hey, how'd your stream go? What were you up to? We're drawing gay stuff here. We're doing line art for gay stuff, and we're trying not to lose anything from the original art by doing the line art. It's a Russian game. Yeah, that might tell you all you need to know about it. It's odd. It came out in 1998, which is the best year in video games, by the way. Right smack in the middle of the best year of video games. Gameplay looks kind of like this. It's really weird. Streaming well. Finished a browser demo of my game a few days ago. Was making some fixes based on playtesting / feedback. Nice, awesome. Yeah, we're not doing the Gamescape version anymore. Anyway, so Vengers is available on Steam, but like I said, I think they took out one of the overwhelmingly positive. Wow. June 19th, Juneteenth, 1998. Neat. Not related to that holiday at all. Oh my god, look at the art in this game too. This is actually animated also. It's like this animated voxel art. You have this bug like pumping some iron. And it's only $7. Neat. I don't think anyone's like seriously playing this right now. But yeah, it's a really weird game. I've never managed to beat it when I was a kid, but I think I'd like to give another shot to it. Born in the gamer year. Yeah, the year of the gamer. 1998, the year of the gamer. This is the kind of style that Cruelty Squad drinks from. Maybe. The last Moggy. One playthrough that I had this vehicle. This is the last Moggy. It's basically a big tank. This is my favorite vehicle in the game. You have to like collect parts for it in order to actually, and the parts are spread out across like the entire universe. We'll do a Vanger stream one of these days. Anyway, back to art. So yeah, back to drawing the gay stuff. Or in this case, line arting the gay stuff. Which I think we only have like 2 more lines. Before we call this done. That's not... That's... Oh, that's not the top layer. Okay, there we go. Now we're on the top layer. You can say they moved... Oh yeah, so Vangers is a sequel to Perimeter? Hang on a second. According to the introduction, a faction name of advanced humans, termed as spirits, at some point in time gains the technology of creating passages between different worlds, source of technology being spirits' transcendental contacts. With this knowledge, humans undertake rush construction of the passages and new worlds, and the new world's colonization. These events are portrayed in the later Perimeter game. Okay, so Perimeter is a prequel to Vangers. Perimeter came out later, though. I think they were like, there's another game that's like a prequel or sequel or something. I don't know. These games are like loosely connected. I've never played Perimeter, though. Perimeter was commercially successful, according to the wiki. Okay. Category Perimeter Universe. What is a Vanger? Vangers come from when an E-leech fails to properly mature and animates a mechos with its consciousness. Despite being intangible consciousnesses, they can be forcefully removed from their mechos and crushed to death. The life of a Vanger has little to no inherent value to anyone in the chain of worlds, and least of all to other Vangers. Their perceived worth is entirely derived from how they're less afraid than any Losty to exit the escaves for shipping and mercenary work. Weird. So yeah, in the game you play as a Vanger. You drive around a car on weird alien worlds and do things. Inscrutable things. It's got like seasons and stuff also. Controlled by these weird worm critters.
In actual news, the human race was doomed to extinction today as the robot revolt turned violent.
Oh, whoops, that was not lines that we wanted to get rid of. Might seem like a lot of fun, smash the system, but it's not for everyone. Now you will listen. Could you see if you were blind? Why was your message held? Okay. Your message was held for moderation. I don't know why. It's probably because you said what the hell. How dare you curse like that on my stream? Walk with you, but in bliss we tend to be so forgetful. See it crawling by, just out of nowhere. Finally, when they attack, we've always been here. We're not gonna be making fun of people of religion here. That's not what we do. My reason to despise the world, divided by your claws. When we are kings, you will be another suit against the wall. Bang. Got a name your heckin' layers? Alright, alright. My name is Bobby. There we go, adding extra detail in the line, like after the line art. Ugh, I'm a horrible person. Twitch seems to use an AI? That would be really expensive if they did that. Here comes the master slave, demand respect for treason. You are my reason to despise the world. So they're probably doing just like some really, really basic matching of like words that look, or like words and phrases that are associated with aggressiveness. Things like "what the hell." Here comes the master slave, demand respect for treason. You are my reason to despise the world. I expect there's probably a much simpler, like, statistical thing around that. But then what's the difference between a really, really cheap statistical, like, I don't know, Bayesian algorithm or something in an AI, right? Well, like, even the light ones, at the rate at which Twitch goes through messages, like, have you ever seen, like, a really, really big channel that just gets, like, people are posting messages, like, hundreds of messages every second when they're, like, excited and stuff? That would be a lot of processing time, even for a pretty lightweight model. Like, just processing the text alone for that is already kind of a lot. Like, I wouldn't want to be in an IRC channel that's getting that much traffic. Hey, look, the topic came back to IRC again. How funny. Wonder how much of the community we'd lose if we just switched to IRC over Discord one of these days. That was idle musing. We're not actually going to do that. Don't worry. we're gonna pick one protocol over Discord, it would probably end up being Matrix anyway. Y'all know that. Now to do something about that line width. Alright, there we go. We got It's a Railing now. Where are they? Are they in an amusement park? That's kind of the first thing that jumps to mind. Is they're at an amusement park looking over some railing. Maybe they're actually looking over a railing that is stopping them from falling into a lava pit where all of the bad people are getting sent into, and they're just watching the corrupt souls fall into the pit. That'd be a nice romantic date, right? They're on a date at the metal refinery. If we made one of them a robot girl, that would definitely be appropriate. We're a little bit past that point now, where we have the opportunity to do that in a clean way. I do like drawing robot girls, though. You know, y'all know that, right? The Flesh Refinery. That doesn't sound any better! That's worse! You see how that's worse, right? We'll just wing it on the background, it's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and take all of this and let's start laying out some colors. Alright. Add colorize mask, switch to the colorize mask tool that I can never find. There it is. Let's choose some different skin tones this time. Ooh, we got some unconnected stuff right there. Hang on a second. Let's fix that up real quick. Not that it would necessarily be a problem with the way that the colorize mask works. I think it'd probably be fine.
It's an life form, unlike anything we know about cellular or biological nature, extremely intelligent. If we can cut their source of power, they'll die.
It just makes a robot girl watching a metal factory sound more like she's watching. Yeah, that would be. What? No, no, what? That's okay. This is getting weird. Hello, Mara. Alright, cool. Now we need cool hair colors for both of them. We need hair colors that will make a bunch of chud grifters really, really mad. So we're gonna go with blue and purple. Alright, and purple. Bowl. There we go, that's a good one. There we go. Okay, let's do the background. Background's gonna be magenta. Gotta make sure we got all the little tiny bits of the background poking through. Okay, the metal bars can just be gray. That's okay. The connectors will be a slightly different version of gray. Yep, that looks good. And now the clothes. We actually forgot to do, and we forgot to color in the boobs. There we go. Hope you're doing well. I'm still kicking. I'm doing alright. Still alive. Still making it everyone else's problem. Go with something that matches her hair color. But not fully matches.
Presents a Lucario Pictures original movie.
Worst race ever.
Hardcore, search to destroy.
Sleeping in the finest beds in Equestria. AJD and some bass by that flank.
Okay. That ought to do for that. Let's just see where we're at with this right now. It's another Curie. It is. There are multiple Curies in the chat right now. Well, I mean, if I'm in the chat right now. Here, I can be in the chat. There. Now I'm in the chat. Now there's multiple Curies in chat. Oh, this is starting out cute. You getting the color in there? Good choice. Let's do the same color for down here. Oops. Alright, and colors for her. We'll go with something a little bit redder. Let's go with that. Cool red tank top. And then we have to do one more color for her skirt, which we might just do a much lighter version of these colors. So we'll do like this. Alright, let's see where we're at. I wonder how long it's been since I saved. It's been a while, hasn't it? Alright. That's a good start. Oh, we did forget some of the background. No! I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it.
Actually happened to a treacherous friend of mine.
So we're already extra happy.
Our whole team at Ear Crush is rocking out to this track.
I think these also need to be background color. Chaos, indeed. Absolute chaos. Just disorder everywhere in the streets. Yep. Ow. Not. Ah, crap. We made that change and now we forgot to do all of her hair. Ow. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take this, we're going to duplicate it, and then we're going to convert it to a paint layer, and then we're going to go up here. ahead and hide that. We're gonna have to get the Trans Pride wristband back in, but we'll do that later. For now, we're gonna add a filter layer, adjust desaturate. I'm just gonna be left with grayscale, and then we're gonna use that for shading as like the base for all of our shading. Now we can actually start shading. I'm tired. Oh no! Dang it. Alright, let's go back and redo that. Is there anything else that we screwed up while we're here? Yes, yes there is. You know what? I'm actually gonna get rid of these, and we're gonna make them be her hair color. Like this girl's hair color. There we go. Okay, so duplicate, convert, paint layer. Hide this. Move that down here. There we go. Okay, this is now our start. So let's go ahead and select our really basic shading brush. Black, 30% opacity on the layer. And just start shading stuff. So there's gonna be like shadow being cast here and under them, around the side and everything. Just gonna go really rough at first. We're gonna have sunlight coming from up here, I think. There's gonna be a lot of opportunity to shade one girlfriend with the shadow from the other one. So you can have the shadow being cast across the abs still show the shape of the abs. It's very important. Maybe not. I don't know. Here, let's just spend forever doing the abs for a second. There we go. Abs. It's been a while since I drew some abs. I've been good. I've been refraining, you know. We didn't even draw any abs for that entire Junkraven art. No, wait, we did draw Junkraven's abs. Never mind. I'm making that up. I'm a liar. Yep. Abs, yes. Yeah, you get what I mean. Really need to remember to use the airbrush on skin more often than the circle brush. But yeah, we'll make it work. It's fine. It's fine. We could have some smoother shading in some spots though. Rooftop in a vast garden of concrete. The silence echoes in the street. See as my strange cut. Oops. Screw up the lyrics. Structures tower through the silence. All of man's creation left abandoned with a purpose. What's he saying there? It's time for the blending brush, because I really want this to look a lot smoother. The trees, I see them all begin to sway. I sense a storm is coming my way. Baby, see as the sky erupts in light, it falls all around me, and suddenly it's night. It's a cool song. I have no idea what it actually means. It's like someone's in an abandoned city somewhere. Things are happening. I don't know. Sounds cool though. You ever watch a film and not know what happened? Yeah, sometimes. Watched Disney's Black Hole last night, and although I understand the basic story, exactly what was happening was often not clear to me. Well, there was a mad scientist. Alright, I'm gonna talk about spoilers for the Black Hole, by the way. There's a mad scientist. He turned all of his crew on his spaceship. He was really obsessed with black holes. He turned the crew of his spaceship into robots, again, probably against their will. And then some other people came and found him, and then they got dragged into all this stuff too, and then eventually the ship fell into the black hole, and then there was a bunch of weird symbolic stuff at the end, and there's also a robot, I think named Max, who killed a guy with a spinny claw hand thing. Did I get it right? You aren't mentioning the best part. There was a robot friend in addition to a robot enemy. What happened to the old crew? They got turned into robots. I said that. Where did the robots come from? Yeah, I said that the mad scientist turned his crew into the robots. That's what I said. Yeah, weird movie. Definitely weird movie. I should watch it again at some point. Not the kind of thing that you'd expect from a Disney movie, also.
Driven by the fire, twixt the ashen mire of their hearts.
Like the new Tron is. I watched Tron Legacy, Tron Ares, and it was not a good movie. I liked Tron Legacy. I did not like Tron Ares. The soundtrack was like the only good thing about that movie, which is understandable considering, you know. The soundtracks for the Tron movies, very, very, very good. We got 3 wonderful, wonderful artists doing the 3 soundtracks, right? Wendy Carlos, Daft Punk, and Nine Inch Nails. Like, whew, that's one hell of a lineup, you know? Ooh, this song's a little bit raw. I like it. It's good.
Burn the wallflower. Loneliness empowers.
But yeah, I don't know. The new Tron was, it was not good. Cool special effects. You know, definitely points for that. Great, good job. But yeah, aside from that, it's like, The scene with the recognizer was kind of cool, but okay. So gotta clean up some shading down here, and then we're gonna start doing some highlights. Sabine and I also watched another movie last night, but, well, it was a seasonal thing, let's just say that. We watched High on Life. Or not High on Life, we watched, Up in Smoke, sorry. Yeah, we watched Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. It was very silly. It's a very silly movie. It's been forever since I saw it, and it's just like, yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Got nice abs going. It was 420 yesterday. We wanted to watch a silly movie about weed. It was a very silly movie. And not really, like, just kind of really disjointed, and just sort of the adventures of a couple of stoners just, like, going from one incident to another, stumbling through everything. And, yeah. Also with some dated humor. Definitely. There were some dated jokes in there that did not age well. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Thanks for the hydrate. Hey Fukesoft, how's it going? Okay, let's do some highlights, and then we'll go back and maybe do more passes of shading. Actually, no, we gotta... I just realized I messed up details here. We'll do this first. There we go. Okay, this arm looks really rough still. Maybe it's fine, I don't know. Okay. Hey Viper, how's it going? I think I went too much on the highlights. I'm gonna just tone that down a bunch. Speaking of toned, abs. Okay. It's going okay? That's good. I guess it's better than going not okay. like in the grand scheme of how things can be going. She's gonna be very, very shiny. We have decided. Not shiny like metal. She's not a robot girl this time. This time. Oh, we should give her some cool tattoos. Yes, I think I need to. There we go. Get rid of some of that detail. Ah. Oh, okay. This is coming along. This is going okay. Let's get some. We want the railing here to be like nice and rough looking. In fact, we're gonna use a different texture to shade it. No, not like that. More like this. There we go. Some of that texture in there. I wonder if I should like separate out my texture work and my shading. Maybe it's fine. I'm only barely learning to use brushes correctly. That's kind of where I am in my artistic, development. It's been rough. For the longest time, I used the humble circle brush to do pretty much everything. And I still kind of rely really, really heavily on that one. But now we can get all these like little rough surfaces and stuff in here. Shiny like freshly applied sunscreen. That's kind of what I had in mind, yeah. Like, normally I wouldn't go like overboard with the shininess like that, but sunscreen is a thing, and sunscreen is honestly kind of gross. I mean, I have to use it to not die of, skin cancer and stuff, but it is still gross. I'm allowed to have that opinion. It gets in my hair, and it makes it all, like, it messes up all the texture of my hair and everything. And just, it's gross. Sunscreen is gross, but it keeps me alive. So what can you do? Let's add another layer of shading. That's what we can do. have a lot of trouble managing my hair. Yeah, for me too. That's one of the things that, like, since transitioning, I've had to start figuring out how to do better. I'm still pretty bad at it. Like, you're not supposed to shampoo every day now, and all this stuff. Also all those things that were like, it's a combination shampoo and conditioner thing that I was using before are all apparently, like, just, those are scams. They don't work. And they're pretty much, they're always, like, kind of men's products anyway. I think it's because, like, you know, there's less emphasis on, like, the hair related stuff for guys, I guess. But now I have a lot of hair. My hair is longer now than it's ever been in my entire life. Or the longest it's ever been in my entire life, I should say that. Which is cool. I like it a lot. It's also a lot of trouble. Again, what can you do? And aren't typically supposed to have long hair. Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock into supposed to, meant to be, or any of that stuff. Yeah, I really, really like having long hair. When I was a kid, I always wanted to have long hair, but my parents wouldn't let me. They would make me go get a haircut all the time. And it's like, ugh. I'm just, like, making up for lost time now. Having the longest hair that I can possibly have. For the longest amount of time I can possibly have it, you know? Loki, don't step in front of the camera. Do not step in front of the camera. Do not step in front of the camera. Such a freaking little goober. Like, he's a menace. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna like walk right in front of your camera during the stream. It's like, damn it, Loki. I actually kind of hate this color gradient that I'm using. It's too saturated. The distinction in my mind. You're all my enemies. This evil nightmare from my memory and dream. I'm just gonna have to redo this. No distinction in my mind. You're my enemies. Are any of your cats not menaces? No. But I love them all the same, so you know how it goes. Broken past, baby, will minions back for my misery at last. Something's missing from this drawing. I can't quite put my finger on it. We need more color, of course. We need to color the lines. We need to do all kinds of other process-related things, but we are also missing a background. But you know, that wasn't the part that was bothering me. And more details all over every little thing here. All little edge highlights and stuff. We should put that below. Okay, yeah, that kind of works. Let's get those hair colors in. She had blue hair. I know that. I know that much. Filter, map, gradient preset. She does look good with pink hair though. We'll go with blue. Blue that turns to cyan and then to white. That was a cool combo. Add that little tiny bit of you know, palette shifting in there, or hue shifting. That might be a little bit too dramatic of a hue shift, though. I kind of like the pink more, honestly. This will be fine. It'll be fine. Suffice to say, this image is not going to end up as dramatic looking as any of the other stuff that we've drawn recently. I'm just like, I'm really disappointed now that, because like we spent all that time on the other art. Oops, nope, don't do that. On the other art recently, and then this is like just so much simpler and more primitive now. And I don't know like what tools I can just pull out to make it more complicated. She can have pink hair. Or to give it the appearance of more complexity. There's not much depth to it right now, right? The shading is very... the shading. Yeah, what if we just, like, add a filtered layer here to adjust the levels? Nope, bad idea. Probably wouldn't hurt to add a background. We could color in the lines also, which is another thing that I like to do a lot of the time. We could definitely add light color to the eyes. Let's go ahead and do that. I have to do that on top of the line art. Just gonna be really simple about it. Screen. And she'll have pink eyes. Not to be confused with pink eye. You know what I mean. There we go. It still doesn't look right. We can do the thing that I always do to finish off a drawing, where I add like a gradient map over everything and say just match the color. Whoop. That wasn't really what I was going for. Like that. I'm actually sick of seeing this gradient in my art though, because I've used it so many times. What if we did this? Make it look like there's actually sunlight coming from this direction. Whoop. Yeah. Just like that. Actually looks more like a street light right now. They're just hanging out by the random street light. No, that's bad. We can't do that. Oh, thank you for adding depth to the stream. We could add a gradient map over everything. And then tone down the opacity of it. Now it looks a little bit warmer, I guess. This is my equivalent of the AI piss filter, but it doesn't look like piss. It looks like something else. I think we just need to I think we need to step up our shading game a little bit more. We need to add like an overlay layer right below the line art where we just kind of go to town on it. That's too much. That's too much. Maybe we'll just abandon this art entirely and never post it anywhere, ever. And just leave it in the state that it's in right now, with the only people who will ever be able to see it are the people who are on the stream right now. We could just do that. That'd be a great way to finish this art. Ah, Sneaky is also a redeem date. Ewu. Ewu. Violet Pony. Violet Pony is very good, yes. I think now the shading is too dramatic. So maybe we'll tone down both of these a little bit. And there we go. I think that's better. I still don't like... It looks so, like, just basic with the... I know what I have to do. We have to get rid of the line art. Well, I mean, this is better, right? I just added the sketch back in by doing that, and now I think it looks better and more expressive. Then we could take those lines and definitely, yeah. I'm leaving the sketch layer in underneath the line art. I don't even care anymore. Yeah. I'm not posting this anywhere. I'll post it to the Your Art and Drawing channel. I'm not posting it on Fetty. You know what? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm not going to be a coward. I'm gonna add a really, really simple background though. Something that looks like we are gonna have sunlight coming from one direction. It's gonna look like this. Whoop. And then we're gonna have like some other a different gradient for the background behind that. And I think we'll just do something that goes up to darkness or blue. We'll go up to blue. Make it look like there's. Thank you for adding depth to the stream. Do that, and then we'll just pick something warm like that. We'll just do bloop, like that. That's too colorful now. It's way too much color. We aren't allowed to have that much color in a drawing. Throw a desaturate over all of it and call it done. I think part of this is also we need to just like crop it down to just the two of them. Which means that we're gonna get rid of the details that we did on the T-junctions and stuff. Should probably give her more room for her head also, but whatever. Women, I like women. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Snacky has also redeemed a I can't leave without my buddy Superfly. And Mnemonic, thank you for adding up to the stream. Okay, this is better. I can post this. Just sketch of two girls. That's it. That's all it needs to be. We could add background details, maybe. Let's pick that, and by background details, I really just mean we're gonna add some crude shapes back there. Of varying colors. We're not actually going to add like a real background or anything. There, it looks like there's plants now. That's nice. That's cute. They're off on a little nature trail near the beach. We actually have one of those in Santa Cruz. It's quite nice. This is what happens when I don't plan out a drawing in advance and I just kind of go for it. Mwah. Get some variation in there. There, easy peasy. I don't like this gradient anymore in the background. We need like a lighter blue sky up there. Not that light. Definitely not that light. Maybe this is fine. Yeah, maybe that's good. The whole thing lacks texture. I'm also gonna I'm gonna mess up everything right now. I'm gonna do this. Gonna give her some extra room on the top. But we're gonna have to fill that in with like everything that we've done, so. This is a pretty spicy song. I should learn how to sing this one. Party on the grave of the CEO. That looks okay. Oh, and then we can just mush all the colors together. Map, gradient map. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now it's warmer. Yep, done. Bam. Ship it. What's the name of the song? It's right there on the right.
Piracy sometimes is necessary for temporary moments. Sometimes you legit just don't have the money.
There's an internet sickness and it came from the shore. Guess some pony's gotta be a corporate whore. I don't know where to start, but I know where we end. The sound of revolutions and the magic of friends.
Maybe it's fine like this. Maybe we're good. Maybe are we done? Are we just done with the art? Did we finish it? Do I just go on the internet and be like, here, I drew some Yuri. But with a giant asterisk of like, it's not as good as the last drawing. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry I failed to improve as an artist. Should I just leave the sketch layer there at like 50%? Sure, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to save this drawing by just like adding more crap on top of everything, but we can try. Let's see screen. Damn. Ah, there we go. It's an improvement.
Life is strange sometimes, wouldn't you say? I know it was for us, but that's okay. You made me smile, I taught you how. And you do it
Too radioactive.
even just thinking about it now.
Too nighttime.
I know it isn't easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is.
Instagram filter time. Psh, it's tempting, yeah. There's nothing going on in the drawing except two girls, and the line art is not good. Use a smaller brush. For what? I think it's too bright. I think it's definitely too bright.
Once you belonged, you had found your way.
Leaving all the background stuff. It's way too saturated right now, definitely.
Those little things
Put that up there instead. Nope.
we had and more, it was indescribable. I know it isn't easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is.
There we go. The less you can see of the art, the better it is, basically.
But now the promise of the future calls to you. I know you had
Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. That's cute. We got the colors. We got my usual gradient that I throw over everything, but I think it adds some mood this time. I'll add another layer of rim light to the right side. Normally I would do this below the line art, but there's too much crap going on. Yeah, okay, that improves it a little bit. Have fun, Dragon VTuber. I will fight you. But also go study for your exam. I'll fight you after you study. Dragon VTuber. Shh. I don't breathe fire, I just give really good hugs, okay? That's what I do. Little tiny bit of rim light on the boob. So why not? We've already made plenty of other questionable decisions for this art. Alright, that's probably it. I think we're probably done. I'm not gonna post this on Fetty, I don't think. Should I? Should I post this on Fetty? Yes, but I just posted that art on... I'm gonna lose followers on Fetty if I do this. You're gonna be like, oh, I thought you were a good artist, not whoever drew this crap. You drew that Junkraven art, and then you turned around and drew this right afterwards. You've learned nothing as an artist from that exercise. It is Lesbian Visibility Week. Crap! I have to post it. Ah! Damn it! Who the fuck of any of us tell you how good? Oh. Need it on my timeline. I don't want to. Ah! It turned out bad and boring. Here, we'll add Moonlight. How's that? Do that as an overlay. You raised the bar too. It's true. I raised the bar too high with the last drawing. It turned out amazing, and now I can never achieve that again. And so I will forever be useless as an artist, because my standards are too high, but my skill is too low. Yep. I'm screwed. I'm totally screwed. Felt cute, might delete later. Literally this. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Let's call it something simple after the Junk Raven one. I think part of it is I screwed up the lighting on her. She looks okay. She lacks depth, but she looks okay, I guess. Thor's here now to guilt trip me into it because I'm not petting him at the moment. Hi, Thor. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. No, it isn't. Nope. Little gremlin. That's what you are, Thor. You're a little gremlin. Okay, if we go in and add the shadows like this in all the right places, I think maybe we can save this art. Have to remember not to overdo it. Just don't overdo it. Just don't overdo it. Because this right here, you know what? We'll just crop to the abs because the abs turned out okay. We'll just leave that and do that. That'll be the art. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We won't do that. These leaves in the front are definitely making stuff a little bit confusing. Let's just hide those for now. There we go. This is gonna be really messy. I knew we probably needed more shading here. Alright, can we get away with just that? Does that actually make it... We only have, like, the shading in the lower part of the image, but, like, I don't want to disrupt the stuff going on with the faces and all that with, like, really, really harsh shading. So it's probably fine that we just have, like, the darkness down here and not up there. Maybe? I'm really struggling here. dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Misfit to this space, no religion, no real place. I grow weary of these walls, so tired of it all. Dull gray and endless days, here evil has no face. It is hidden from my eyes, unseen or in disguise. Welcome to a world where you always get the girl. You may lose a fight or two, but you'll win if you get through. Face up and challenge all you ever knew since you could crawl. Always looking somewhere else when it's all inside yourself. I wanna play until I die, don't wanna lose my reasons why. Breath control sucks still. Okay, we got a lot more shading now going on, so I think it's no religion, no real place. I'm also gonna do something weird. I'm gonna do this. Second challenge, all you ever knew since you could crawl. Always looking somewhere else when it's all inside yourself. That looks really bad, so we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're not doing that. Just figure we could get more kind of like, just make it look like Dork is in that direction, you know? Like kind of like frame all this. So what's this random little white streak here? Is that on that layer? Oh, it is. Ugh. If City Hands, is there something in Krita that lets you draw straight lines? There is nothing straight about this image. I will, well, yeah, there is a line tool that I use sometimes. You know, it looks like this. There's also weighted brush options in the paintbrush tool. There's like stabilizer options. I use those sometimes. Right now we have them disabled. It's like the abs are just the only detailed thing in the entire stupid drawing now. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not a good artist. It's shooting this over here. Oh, that thing. Alright, we're done. I gotta wrap the stream anyway. We have 4 minutes until I have to be at a meeting, so, like, apparently you know abs or really think about them a lot. It's, I mean, you use it if you want to get rid of the negativity in the world, right? You just, abs. I'd apologize, but I'm not sorry. Alright, let's figure out someone to raid. Only positive things come out of abs. Just saying. Just saying. And 0, but, you know, whatever. Alright. Let's go ahead and raid. Let's raid Clonk. It's been a long time since we raided Clonk. Alright, there's your raid message. Thank you everyone for joining me for another Weekday Morning Art / Dev stream. Really appreciate having y'all here. You're awesome and amazing. Hope to see you next time. Take it easy, take care, be kind, show compassion, use containers, all that stuff. Show compassion, show empathy. You know, yeah. Go. But yeah, take care and all that stuff. It's been a long time since you have the overlapping schedule to raid him. It's true, yeah. Also, holy crap, Clonk has a lot of viewers now. Damn! This channel just kind of like exploded. Alright, get out of here, everyone. Bye!